Yo, welcome back to the School of Results. Yo, I'm Coach Lynch, and you know we all about change, y'all. We all about transformation, and change and transformation is definitely the destination. Today, I've brought with me my good friend Kawana, and guess what? Kawana has just recently got a transformation, and it has been a journey. Not a long journey, not for us together, but it has been a journey, right? And I don't know how long you've been battling this stuff or going through what you've been going through, but tell me what made you reach out and say, yo, I'm about to rock with this cat.
Well, honestly, I've been trying to lose weight for basically since the start of the pandemic, or maybe 2021. I gained a bunch of weight during the pandemic. I was trying to do it on my own. I was already working out. I was coming to some of the AWOL classes. I wasn't really seeing results like I thought I should be. Thought I was doing all the right stuff.
So, you saying my shit don't work?
No. It wasn't your shit. It was my shit.
Okay, all right. Let's clarify that, y'all. Y'all heard what you said. It wasn't my shit.
And that's what I realized. So I also have another accountability group with a bunch of girls who are great. We support each other, and someone in that group was a part of the challenge already. Okay. And so
a part of the
6 week
regular
challenge.
52. Oh, the 6 week challenge.
The 6 week challenge. All right.
Remember,
Remember, I started a week late because
yeah.
So she mentioned it in the group, and I was like, well, what is it? And they were like, go look at his Instagram. I went to the Instagram, I saw it, I hit you up, and I had all these thoughts and reservations about doing it, and they were like, just do it, don't think about it, just go do it. And I was fed up at that point with myself, and so I was like, I'm gonna do it. And
All right, so I gotta back you up a little bit. Let's back up. All right, boom. Now, how did you find out about AWOL? Because you said you were doing AWOL before. Like, what brought you to AWOL the first time?
Another friend. Yeah, Olga.
Olga, yeah. Shout out to Olga, man. I was on my like this morning, jumped on IG to make a post. So I usually make a post like around 7 o'clock. If you don't follow me, man, make sure you follow me. I put all the stuff in there, man. But yeah, I am Lynch Hunt, man. Make sure you follow me because this person right here said she wasn't even following me. And if you're in Greensboro and don't follow me, man, you got something wrong with you. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know. I got people follow me all across the damn world, and you not right here and don't know. I guess that's why you gained some weight. You don't even know the guru. He's sitting right here. Anyway, so Olga brought you in. So look, let me explain this to you real quick. AWOL is so dope, and the roots are so dug in, here. Shout out to my wife, shout out to Wendy Hunt. Our roots are so dug in here that we literally have a tree. We have a tree where everybody has like branches on those trees. And so y'all are like, you're off the Latrell tree. Mm-hmm. So Latrell and Olga were like, running first. So Latrell came to the garage. I don't think Olga was actually in the garage. She was like right after that. She might have been. I had to double check that.
I actually came to a class when y'all were at the middle school.
At the middle school? You came to a class
That's
then?
when I first heard about
that's
it.
That's crazy. What's that, 2013?
Yeah,
It's 23 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did that one class, and I was like, because at that time, I just wasn't in a place to do it. But yeah, so then I came back again, probably around 2018, and I was going to the afternoon classes.
Okay.
And
Coach Alex, shout out to Alex.
Yeah. So I was going heavy then. I was doing really well, and then the pandemic hit, like I said, and that's when I gained like 25 pounds, maybe more.
Damn, man. Shout out to COVID-19. It put 19 pounds on people, man. Damn,
or
19
more.
Or more. Yeah, or more. Mm-hmm. So came back, everything opened back up, and you started coming back to AWOL or whatever, and still
I just wasn't
seeing.
I was losing, but it was just so slow, and I would lose and then gain and then lose and then gain. And so
So on this one though, we gotta give a shout out to Kim because Kim was in the 6 week challenge already.
Yes.
And then I guess from your accountability group, she might have talked about it or something like that.
Mentioned it.
So what did she mention? Her first week loss or something like that?
Yeah, she told us
so
she was
down 12 pounds or something like that.
Well,
I know they didn't believe her.
It might have been only like the second or third day of the challenge, and she was like, "I'm already down 6 pounds," and I was like, okay,
I'm doing this.
What do I need to know? Where do I go? And so then I just did it.
Yeah. Well, you actually set the consultation up, right?
Yeah, set the consultation up.
And, it was just like, so, anyway, everybody has to go through the consultation because I actually got to find out if people serious or not. Mm-hmm. With this group, and if it's private, I don't really want people in there that are not going to do the work and take up a space from somebody that actually is going to add to the group. I literally just told somebody the other day that my that I'm not going to waste any more energy on people who aren't reciprocal or symbiotic with it. So that's one of the things that I got to actually stick to as I keep going and growing, man. You know what I mean? Because people will drain you in a minute. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how, how powerful and valuable that group is to you. Talk a little bit about that, because, in the beginning, I actually told you guys that, here's one of the benefits of having this private group. And, I know you guys think that this is a sales pitch at that time. And we talked about how much value that would add and how much accountability that would add. So tell me a little bit about that and how that added value to your life.
Honestly, the group is like a major key, because it helps me. And I think a lot of other people in the group with staying accountable, being dedicated, doing the work, because we know if we don't show up, somebody gonna say in the group, "Where you at, Kawana? Why you not here?"
And send a picture. Knowing you're not in the knowing you're not in the picture.
Right. And then also when you see people doing the same things as you, it motivates you to do it as well. And so the group has been really, really helpful for me.
And I always say this line where I say accountability makes you 80% more active, and that is just so true. That you see people doing something you might have missed, and you're like, man, I got to get mine too. And you would normally probably wouldn't have done that because you're only holding yourself accountable. So you're like, I'll just do it tomorrow, right?
And I was telling the group the other day, and I probably have said this a few times to them, that I actually look forward to our morning cardio sessions now. And it's at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's dark, and I call that night morning. And I said I would never work out at night morning, and here I am doing it and looking forward to it. And I think the group has a lot to do with that.
So is that one of the would you say that that's one of like things that you really changed a lot about what you got going on? Because you used to work out at night, right?
Yeah.
You used to work
after
out at
work.
night. After work. And I always say that we're all one or two transformations away from a total life change, and you're going to hear that as a recurring theme over here, because we really want people to understand that if you change something that you're doing today, you could be well on your way to changing your life, and just repeat that over and over again. So you were working out at night, then you started to realize that the most successful people, or highly successful people, actually they get it out the way early. They actually feed themselves early. They actually pour into themselves early. And you started to come to this class, which was it 5:45 or 5:30 when you first started? It's 5:45 now, but 5:30 when you first started. So how's that been for you, and how's that adjustment been for your schedule? Because you still got to work. Were you working in Winston or something at the time? I don't know. Go ahead. Tell me a little bit.
So at first it was really hard to make myself get up. But again, the group, the accountability really helped me. And once I recognized the amount of time I had left in the day, once I was done, I already got my workout out the way. I felt great going into my day. And then I got home and I didn't have to go anywhere else. I'm at home. I could attend to my home and the things that matter to me a little bit more. And
so home life also improved with an improved mindset by changing the way you were doing things, the actual routine or system.
Yeah. And working out in the evening, often I felt like I had to choose between getting my stuff, doing my thing for me, working out, or going and doing this thing for my kid or my husband or whatever.
Right.
And now I'm
up doing
dinner. All the stuff.
Now you can make dinner.
I could.
Shout out to husband.
I could. I don't do it that often because my husband cooks. He's very good at it. So now I'm done with everything before they even get out the bed. And so in the evening, I can do a lot of things that I've been kind of missing out on.
You can also start to put some stuff in there where you work on the actual journaling portion of our program as well. But we're not going to get into all those things. Yeah, we can't give away everything. But tell me a little bit about like how your family supported you, or coworkers or community, just the other people around you. How did they support you, during this time?
My family has been awesome. My daughters, I have 2 daughters. One is 15 and my youngest is 9. And they've been watching me. They see what I'm doing and they're asking questions. And I'm actually trying to help them with the decisions they make about the food that they eat in. And they're like, well, why do I need to do this? And being able to answer those questions is really good.
And then you texting me, trying to figure out why. I'm messing with you.
So that's been good, and they're supportive of me getting up early, doing what I need to do. My husband has been supportive, even though sometimes I'm waking him up when I get up. And then I still have my friends, my accountability group, and every now and then, Shawana, shout out to Shawana, she'll say, "Where's your progress? What you and Kim doing? What's your weight look like?" You know, and then we'll have to tell them, you know, we've lost this amount of weight, and they're cheering us on as we go. My coworkers, they have noticed. Yesterday, one of my coworkers was like, "Hey, skinny," and I was like, "Okay."
So that has to keep you motivated, right?
Yeah.
That's some pretty dope stuff. Like when you look at some of the outside influences that you know, just like coworkers, family, you know, you see the energy or the difference in, you know, because your kids are watching. So if you notice how much they're watching now that you're doing good, can you in hindsight see that they also saw some of the, you know, some of the sluggish and lazy stuff and things like that?
Yeah.
So it has to keep you motivated now to see, you know, that they see the change that you're making, which you understand how you actually become a change agent to change the world. When you change yourself, you can literally be a magnet for change with everybody else because they see it. You know, and it's pretty dope. So shout out to you for doing the work, man. Shout out to you said Shawana. Shout out to Shawana. You know, shout out to everybody that's just been a part. So you got the Latrells, the Olgas, the Shawanas. This is all the same tree.
Okay.
And this is all the same tree. And then literally they, you know, trickle down to y'all. So y'all like grandkids of Latrells, right? Yeah. So I mean, but I mean, we honestly we don't give enough props to the people that came before us because literally if Latrell wasn't posting all the time about this, and like I just talked to somebody about a post that Olga did probably like a week ago or something like that. It was 8 years ago, us in that building, right? Like running the boot camp. If Olga's been there from the rip, if people like that didn't stay around, you would be with another coach or another trainer or something like that. So for you, if you have to tell anyone the difference between our program, the 6-week program, what would one major difference or a couple major differences be in the program?
I would say the community.
The
community is what is different to me. I've been to other gyms, other trainers, other organizations, fitness organizations, and just having a group who are on the same energy it really helps.
Yes.
And it makes you want to come back.
Yes.
It makes you want to keep going. So yeah, that's what's been the
shout out to the community, y'all. Listen, I have a saying when it comes to community. I have principles that I teach by, and one of the things, and you'll see it all around and stuff like that, is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is African principle, African proverb, where it's I am because we are, and because we are, therefore I am, and it's basically people. A person is a person because of other people. And without you doing the work, or without Olga coming, without who am I? Like, who would I be if I don't have people to pour in, to teach, and to guide, and to nurture, and to help change and stuff like that? Who would I actually be? Who would the community be? So when you see a community like that, you have to think about, you know, where it comes from, you know, at its core. And I just think that more of the world should understand the ecosystem and how, you know, we're all connected, and what you're connected to happens to you. And you never forget that, because, you know, you got the kids, you got your coworkers, you got family, and all these people that are connected to you. And if you don't take a duty, obligation, and responsibility to, you know, your personal transformation, whether that be in any area of your life, then you may not be able to have that profound effect on everybody else's life when they actually will truly need it. So real quick, I want to ask you a couple questions before you go out, before you get off of here. You know, we don't discuss price and, you know, all that stuff until you actually get into the consultation. It's probably at like the end of the consultation and everything. Was it worth the investment? Because you out here waking up early, you out here sweating and changing your clothes 2 and 3 times a day, and you got your diet keeps changing. Shout out to me not saying too much about my program and everything, but your diet keeps changing. I'm sending you to the store and you're getting different stuff, and, you know, you're frustrated, and then you're happy, and then, you know, it's been a roller coaster, right? But was it worth the investment?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Go into that a little bit. Just give me a little bit of something about that.
So,
what'd you think about that? What were your expectations of the program, knowing that, man, this guy asking for all this money, is this going to work? Well, did you even say that? I'm putting words in your mouth. Did you even say that? Or
I thought it.
Okay.
I definitely thought it because I am a thinker, an overthinker, and I will just overanalyze and keep questioning. And that's why I said I just did it, because typically I would just keep asking and obsessing about it and then not doing anything about it. But I did it. And I will say that I did think, like, what if this doesn't work? Because like I said before, I thought I was already doing all of the things that I was supposed to be doing, and I wasn't losing weight, or I would just drop a couple pounds here and there. And so I did wonder, like, I wonder if I'm actually going to lose 10% of my body weight in 6 weeks. That's crazy. Like, that's impossible. So I really went in thinking it's going to work, but there's no way I'm going to get to that 20 pounds or whatever.
So where you at now?
I'm at 22 pounds.
22, 23 pounds.
23 pounds. Yeah, 23 pounds.
Man, shout out to me, because
yeah.
I got integrity. Like, I don't know. Look, everybody else ain't gonna shout themselves out. I'm telling you, I be in the mirror saying, yo, you's a bad boy. Because at the end of the day, if I'm looking for validation from somebody else, man, I'm gonna be running around here having a bad day. Because ain't nobody ever told me that you's a bad motherfucker. So I literally have to do this shit to keep myself going. Shout out to me for guaranteeing 10% of your shit and actually making that shit happen, right?
Right.
We came in, you was
and I was a week late.
And you was a week late.
Yeah.
You still got a week in the can. I know you coming back for that joint, because the way you call me, text me, all that stuff, I already know.
I mean
but
it.
Shout out to this right here, because in the consultation, you was like, I ain't never seen 200 and I don't know what, and I'm not trying to see no 200, and you got to get me out of here. So, like, talk about that. Talk about seeing something that like, was that like a C moment for you to see, 200 pounds? Like, what was that?
Now
tell
that
me.
you mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember the first time I got on the scale, and it was 20 something. And I sent it to Olga, and I sent her the tear emoji. And she was like, don't cry. It's going to be fine. And I was actually sad, because I was like, how did I get here, right? Because that's not something that I've ever seen, unless I was like pregnant or, but just to be at that weight, and I just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like I wasn't, I'm happy. I was happy with myself, but I felt like I could be doing better.
Bullshit. I'm going to call it that. You weren't happy with yourself.
Myself as a person, but my weight, no.
You were in good spirits.
Okay.
But you weren't happy with yourself as a person, because your emotional intelligence was telling you that, you know what, don't get depressed over this weight. You can turn this around, and they kept the spirit even. But when you're getting to a place like this, you're literally operating from a low vibration. We just don't know that. So you had to keep this high spirit just to operate and resonate at a regular level. Like, you were here, you were vibrating because you were going backwards. So you can't be happy and go backwards at the same time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
You're just doing what you need to do to neutralize it.
Yeah.
And you were coping with it. But here's the thing that you say, this is not me. This is not who I was meant to be. And this is not how you'll remember me. You like, 200 ain't me. Right? And 200 ain't meant for me. And you like, 200 ain't how you gonna remember me. I'm out of this spot.
Right.
You getting happy now. That you can't take the smile off your face now. Like, people ask you, what are you doing? People are telling you you're skinny. Like, how does that make you feel when people actually see the fruits of your labor? Because you were questioning it.
Yeah. It makes me feel great to be, for people to recognize it. I recognize it myself, and that feels great. But what really has been rewarding for me has been the journey of getting here. Like, mentally, the fact that I can, like, do hard shit that I thought I couldn't do, the fact that I'm, like, waking up at 4:00 in the morning to do what I need to do, the fact that I can actually follow through with stuff, and it's pouring over into other aspects of my life. And it's making me, like, operate in a different space than where I was before.
I love it. And
so,
you just got a new position too.
And
right?
I just got a new job. And
see, shout out to the vibration, the frequency, the energy. See, once you get on a different vibe, you get on a different frequency, you get on a different level, you start to attract things that are on that frequency. So I know when I say you're here, you're actually here. Y'all still don't trust me though, but it's all good, yo. Look, here's what I want you to ask. I want to ask you this real quick. I want you to ask this. you said the community adds the most value for you right here, right? What was the biggest threat to you, like during this like 6-week challenge? What was the biggest obstacle or biggest threat that kind of popped up along the way that you still kind of pushed through and had to kind of break down and get out the way?
I think it was my mental,
So it was you?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, but because the actual thing was like getting stuck.
Yeah. Well, I said something profound to you on one of them joints. I was like, this the part where you tell yourself that.
Yeah, this is how your body responds.
Yeah.
Right. So I started to get frustrated because everyone else was like dropping 2 pounds a day, and I was dropping 1 or none. And I was like, ugh, this is how my body does me. I'm working so hard, And you were like, nah, this is what you tell yourself that your body does to you, and then this is when you usually give up.
Yeah.
And you were right, because that was the hardest thing, was like, keep going, keep getting up at 4 a.m, keep doing the things you need to do, keep eating right, keep going to bed hungry.
So I gave you a mantra at that time that was make it move.
Yeah.
It was make it move. And I told you had to do a little bit more, because when we changed the nutrition up at that point, so I told you your body was going to adjust to that. And I even told some of the people once we, did what we did, that it was going to probably go up a little bit, and then you would have to actually do some things to make the adjustment to go back down.
Right.
And we put those things in the group. And for some people, sometimes you got to do a tad bit more. So I gave you a mantra and an affirmation to say, make it move.
Yeah.
And the routine, I mean, shout out to the routine, man, because literally you're faithful on the joint. Yeah. And I told you in the joint, before we wrap it up, I told you in the consultation, I said, I got people that fuck with me, and then I said, I got people that don't fuck with me, right? And I said, it's both for the same reason. It's because I'm Mr. Accountable. And people that mess with me, they like, yo, all right, well, if I don't do my shit, my man gonna say, he gonna call me on it because he doing his shit or he on his shit. And you can't hold somebody accountable if you're not doing the shit. Shout out to me for doing the shit with you, right?
Yeah.
I do it with everybody so I can let it, because when you say it don't work, I'll be like, bullshit, nigga, I'm down. And I even told you one time, don't let me catch you. Did I tell you?
You did tell me that. And what did I do? I was like, I'm turning it up, because ain't no way you about to pass me.
That's what it's all about. I appreciate you, man. If you had one thing to leave the people or tell the people, give them some advice, a lesson, just something that you can encourage them about, what would it actually be?
I would say to stop, or don't allow yourself to talk yourself out of doing the thing that you need to do. That was something that always got in my way. Like, I would listen to the automatic thoughts or voices that would tell me, don't get up, you're tired, don't do it, And honestly, you have to talk yourself out of talking yourself out of doing the thing, and then just do it. So that's what I would say.
Wow. Yo, y'all heard it from Kawana. She's down 23 pounds today, right? Came in looking to lose. What was your expectation? You came in to lose?
I was hoping that I could get down 20 pounds, but I didn't believe it, honestly. I was like, ain't no way my body's going to allow it. So if I could get like 10 or 12, that'll be a good jump start. And so that's what I thought I was going to get.
You got 10 after like the first week or something like that, right?
Yeah, week and a half or so.
And what did I tell you in the first week? I said, I needed the first week to make you a believer. And I told everybody that. I said, the first week just makes you believe everything that I'm about to give you moving forward, because it's going to get hard. Then I tell y'all that? Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. But shout out to you, Kawana, man. You put that work in. Yo, listen, y'all, look. I already know that you watching this and you probably in a similar place, or you've been contemplating it, but don't hit me, hit her. All right, do me a favor. Just drop something in the comments, in the DM, whatever you're going to do, and I promise you one of us will answer your question. All right, we will make sure that you get the information to get you unstuck, because as a transformation agent, my actual job is to move you beyond your current state. So I'm going to move you from contemplation to pre-contemplation or something. That we're going to get you to the next stage, and whatever it needs to be. But, yo, once again, shout out to you for doing the work. You got some more stuff to do. Yep. You got some more work to do, and you're you're rolling.
Yeah.
And they simply say that the biggest enemy or threat to your next big accomplishment is the thing that you just did. So I don't want you to rest on your laurels. I don't want you to think you did something, because you see how fast when we had our cheat day, how fast that stuff can come back on, right? They automatically send me pictures. They're like, oh no, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So do you want to leave them with anything? You want to leave them with anything?
Just do it.
Just do it. Y'all heard it. Y'all nothing about Nike. We just talk about just do it, y'all. Yo, real quick, we out of here, y'all. Once again, do me a favor. I want you to like this. I want you to subscribe. I want you to share this. And I want you to come in. If you need to, book a consultation. Go on itsawall.com. Go ahead and hit the button, and my calendar will pop up, and book the 30-minute consultation. It will be the best thing that you've ever done. If not for nothing, you'll spend 30 minutes with somebody that's going to keep it real, y'all. You know what? And then after that, you got to keep it real with yourself, because if you don't keep it real with yourself and you lie to yourself, you're left with nobody else to trust. Yo, I'm out of here, man. Listen, Kawana, we out of here. We're going to see when you working tomorrow. What's your next day tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
You got to do something tomorrow. It don't
Cardio.
even matter if we got it or not, right? Yo, we'll holler at y'all next one. We see you peace. We see you power. We see you love, y'all. Peace.